Hi there! Hope you have a nice day today. Okay, so while I'm cooking, usually I'm always having my videos here because I'm actually multitasking. So while I'm cooking and waiting for my dish, I'm doing my video. So forgive me if it's a bit noisy or it's not really a good production because actually this is just a chit chat, you know. This is a coffee table talk. Okay, anyways, without further ado, our topic for today is how good is a Filipina in bed? This has been controversial also because actually I've already a bit touched this in some of my previous videos. Like I think I have, if you could review, I think I have one that is entitled I think one is let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. And the other one is about like on Filipinas on virginity and body counts. I will again discuss this a little bit further because I have seen some comments is that Filipino women are actually very frozen in bed. Frozen. So I will say they take it in a different understanding also. Those who said that doesn't have any bit of idea of how we look at this kind of issue and how do we do it. So it's also a culture thing, and I think you can just review on the previous videos, but just a gist, again, it's because of our culture that is more conservative and traditional. So we always have certain customs, traditions, cultural mores and social norms that we still do follow. Although I will admit that nowadays Filipinas is getting more open-minded with this kind of thing, but it's always with a little bit of like they still have always their guards up. They always put their guards up on this because of timidity, being traditional. And they always believe that this act is just done after marriage. Number two is just between boyfriends, girlfriends, if it's not really possible because it's, the 21st century. So yes, people are doing it, but they always want to make sure that it's their husband to be. Or others, they always want to make sure that it's just not an ons or just because of lust. There's always like a connection, emotional attachment, and a clear status of the relationship. Well, of course, you may see some of that, like ons and things and playing around. It's of course not like 100% that women are so onto this tradition, but it's minimal, honestly, or those who are working in that industry. Filipinas are not really that wild in bed because please take into consideration that I said that usually we do this act after marriage, not with multiple partners. So you would understand that they are, yes, in a bit inexperienced to those other, positions and other like really hot, wild thing. But remember that when they do it with the act of love, through the act of love, and they are very tender and passionate in bed. Of course, their personality is soothing, gentle, easygoing, and accommodating. So accommodating, if they love you, they will accommodate your suggestions and they will explore and they will always make sure that you are pleased and happy. Because, again, this is like, domino effect. Because we think, our logic is like this. Because if we don't please our man, maybe he finds another one and leave us. So we will try our best to study, explore, and be more hot in bed. So that's why we actually listen to our man, because the fact that men in the Philippines are more experienced, or even, generally, naturally, basically, it's the law of nature, it's men's nature. So we understand that. So usually we Filipinas, we look at our men as still the leaders, the decision makers, the forerunners of our life, our family, of almost everything. So we leave these things to him, and then he will teach us what to do, in the bedroom. But also, please take note, because of our tradition, also, and mindset, that some of other things, like some other couples, or maybe, in films that you see, Filipinas might be saying, no, I can't, because they feel it's like disrespect to their being a woman, a traditional woman. Because you see, this is the thing. In our older generation, if someone sees you, boy and girl, always together, or they see you, even your girlfriend, boyfriend, they see you already holding hands, putting your arms here, hugging like this. In the old generations, my gosh, you will already get married. Shotgun marriage, forced marriage, really. Because that's how conservatism in the Philippines is, and how we see relationships, love, marriage as a lifetime commitment, and how we put our women to be very feminine and pure as much as possible when the time comes that they are going to marry their soon-to-be husbands. And women doesn't have any issue on that, because they understand that it's their only best gift they can give to their future husband. So this is, going continuously in the minds of Filipinos and Filipinas. We always also respect our men and leave these things to the men. So you see, even in this kind of issues, we still have this respect to our men, and we rely to them all the time, even in the bedroom, because that's how we see them. We know that they know better, especially with these things, because we understand that it's their nature and they have a lot of knowledge on this. So we depend and rely on them, and we trust them and respect them. You see how, how man is very valuable and significant and trusted and respected in our culture? That's how it is, honestly. Bottom line is, man should be there. Leader, decision maker, firm, strong, to build and lead the home, discipline us. We don't have any issue on that. Don't be disheartened, and you must also understand, consider this culture of Filipinas. They might even think that if you really like a forced act, like, of course, let's say you're couples and it's like really rough start, like you're, of course there's passion, and of course when it's like two of you are really into it, so you have this electrifying energy running throughout your body. But don't really do it like harsh, not gentle, because they will feel like it's gross or an act of disrespect to her womanhood. They just really like it to be gentle, passionate, full of love, and they love to foreplay. They don't like these squeaky things like, rough sex, to be honest. Okay, how do you say that? Not literally they don't like you to do rough, but it's not the way like, like it's just like the movies or films without that feeling of passion and love. They think it the other way. So don't get disheartened by that. Anyways, Filipinas are always understanding. They always want to please their men. They always want to make you happy and smile. And they don't want you to feel bad or hurt. As long as you're, in the right path also in leading her, abusing her, exploiting her, or violently beating her, and you're doing your role as a man of the house, she will follow you. Really, it's just a matter of like talking it out and explain to her and teach her, because she is inexperienced. They are not like they can sleep different, as early as 12 years old, and they can sleep around with different multiple partners, different men. No, it's very, very, very rare that you could see that, unless they are in that kind of industry, and some are really born being a bit, lustful, maybe is the word. Okay. So, men are more knowledgeable with a lot of things, even in bed. So, we leave it to him. A sign of our respect, sign of love, sign of our recognition and acknowledgement to him as our man of the house, man of our lives. So basically, Filipinas mostly have a knowledge on, the basic positions. But other than that, most of them might not have an idea of it, how to do it like that, because they are not used to having multiple partners and like sleeping around. And number one is they don't lose their virginity after marriage. So it's only that this virginity is only for you alone, exclusive, and for you as the husband to be, or after marriage, being a prize to the husband, best gift to the husband. Just teach them actually. But yes, I will admit that they're not really too, like, maybe amenable to some of the positions or the acts. Mostly, okay, maybe there are some, it's still subjective actually. So if you just talk about it and discuss and meet halfway, or whatever, you will say that it's okay with her, she will follow you. Why is it like this? Aside, yes, it's a tradition, our custom, our culture, and yes, we are very conservative. Sex education is not an open discussion. It's considered as one of the taboo topics that is discussed in the Philippines. So even in schools, I think I've mentioned this in my previous videos, it's not very open to discuss, even with parents. Among parents, you're gonna be shy and a little bit fearful, scared, and embarrassed. Scared that when your parents know that you already surrendered your flag, you get married right away. They will really go to the parents of the guy, arrange the marriage immediately as soon as possible, because their daughter has already lost her virginity to their son. Since sex education is not very openly discussed, so that includes the use of contraceptives, birth control methods, This again leads to a lot of early pregnancies in the Philippines. That's why a question was brought up also, that why are there a lot of single moms in the Philippines? Aside from that fact that, when women see there that the guy, which is an impulsive, emotional, decision of a woman by nature, they just feel love and they give everything. So yeah, aside from that, when they see that the guy is not so responsible, doesn't have the capacity to lead them in the future, to lead the family, to be a man, a real man, then they part ways eventually. Not immediately, but they try to work it out, and if it's really not working, the woman will really lose interest, really talk to you, and no, this is not going to work for us, for the family. See, this is how we understand life and reality, because everything is connected actually. So after you have been separated, like separated woman after the marriage, or you're a single mom, literally, we understand that we are behind, left behind, compared to those ladies that are really single and virgins. Actually, I have a foreign friend, and we were talking about culture in the Philippines, and this issue has been talked about also, just for the sake of curiosity and even for the sake of argument. He knows that I'm a separated woman with 2 kids, and for a long time, so since 2008, after 6, more or less like that I had another new relationship, which is at the LDR, so there's no sexual thing that happened. We haven't even met. And then third one was this couple of years ago, that we separated mutually because I understand him and respect him as it was really painful for me, because I wanted it to be the last one, and my dream and desire to have a family again, so it didn't happen. Anyways, it was family and peer pressures actually, so it's okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, and I can't force myself, right? Sometimes things just can't be stopped. You don't have the power and right to do that, especially when you know that you're here. You're here. You know your level. You know where your position is right now. So it's okay. It was a happy memory anyways. Beautiful love. Okay, so I wish him all the best and his happiness. That I just only have one wish for him though, and prayers, that I hope he finds a real good woman that would really love, respect, and take good care of him. Even the father of my kids. I always tell him like, oh, who's that girl again? I mean, I don't interfere and meddle already with his personal life, just a bit of joking sometimes. Because for me, just a way of like showing my concern still, that you cannot just move around like that and you end up, no woman will really be there for you forever to take good care of you. That's my point actually. The question goes like, so you're a separate woman, of course, so you're not looking or craving for having a man to have sex. I mean, for us really, it's like mindset also, mind over matter. Since our culture and tradition is like you only give that to the person that you know that you are in love, and you are sure, hopefully, that it would be really the last one. It's not easy for us to just, because I'm already a mom, because I need a man just for that reason. It's very rare for us to do that. Our need for a man is not for sex. So we still have that idea of, if ever we want to be in a relationship again, we have to wanted it to be really the last one, and build a family and stay together forever, happily, peacefully, wonderfully. So I told him that if you're not used to doing it, like just sleep around, and you're not really craving for it, like it's actually it's not women's nature to really like be with this libido, because men are more of that nature, and it's understandable. So that's draw the line between women and men, suppose. Women have to take care of themselves, retain the dignity, the morals, and the self-respect. That's where your value is as a woman. Not you compete with men that he sleeps around and you do that too. For us, it's okay. For me, for example, like I'm a separated woman, it's not my fulfillment as a woman, or like I achieve my womanhood just for, giving pleasure, sexual pleasures to different men or to men, without love, without the goal of having it to be forever and to maintain the relationship and to please and serve our men with all this kind of traditional gender roles. No, that's why it's rare for us single moms there and separated women to really, it's, although you can get a man, but we, because of our experience in our past and we know where we stand, we just don't give it right away. We just don't engage into it or be involved in a new relationship just like because we need it, or we need a man, or we need to fulfill our sexual desires. No, we actually think of the act that it's part of the relationship, but the relationship should be strong and first bounded by love, respect, and all that important elements. And this is the thing. If in case we will find a real man who will accept us, who will give us the chance and opportunity to love again, love and be loved again, it's really like, again, a special prize for us. It's like we are very grateful and we are already blessed by that. And we will put ourselves like, I have to serve him, I have to respect him much more, because it's rare to find a guy that is like that. So we make sure that he will be contented and happier with us, because he chose us, even that we have this past. We always have this mentality, honestly. So that's another difference, I think. We always consider things, reality of life, facts, our position, where we stand, where our roles should be, what our roles should be, our limitations and boundaries. Repeatedly, I've been redundant actually, but sometimes when I see comments or videos that, this again have to be explained a bit further, maybe in my point of view and my opinion, and how it is normally being practiced and believed by most of us in the Philippines, Filipinas, and Filipino men. So as regard to if Filipinas are good in bed, they are. I promise you that. Because they do it through the act of love and respect to their man and respect to themselves. And they just don't do it to just like random, that because of their biological mate that spawned right away. We don't really think about that. I don't know, it's really different. Our mentality is really different. It's like, it doesn't come into our mind, doesn't even pass in the brink of our minds that I'm looking and craving for it. It will happen at the right time, and the atmosphere is so romantic, and there's a lot of fire and passion between, and love, of course, between the two of you, which in any case you are considered to be the last man of her life and no one else. That's a general truth, and that's how we see it. Okay, thank you very much. If you have more questions, please, because of course I admit I'm always lost with my you see how messy is this? Because I go over that. Thanks for being there all the time. Shout out to my new subscribers. Okay, you know who you are. I think Final, the name, YouTube name, Final, and to my friend Roderick Borge here and his friends who have newly subscribed to me. Thank you very much. And I think I have some comments and a subscriber too. He's actually, I think, half Filipino. His father is a foreigner. I just don't know which nationality, but he has a channel, and I hope you can check him out too, because he has uploaded some of I think a video about how his dad see life in the Philippines, as he has been living for a long time in the Philippines. I think the channel name is Rome with let me see, Rome with Joe. And I have another subscriber, I think John Biggie, or sorry if I mispronounce your name or I don't say it right, John Biggie, and also Clarence Dunn, Patrick Turner, Vibin with Ron, Rada, Shelley, Robert Meredith. I have Dwayne Frierson, always supporting me with the comments, good comments, wonderful comments. Thank you very much. And I have another one who just recently commented in one of my videos, Mr. Richard. Thank you very much for watching my videos and for the comment. The Gamma Effect also. I have a lot to say. I have to review. Oh gosh. And of course, my family and friends here, abroad, in the Philippines, all over Europe, and my brother in Michigan and his family. Yeah, and the people of Iloilo City, where I come from. Alright, thank you. All of my subscribers. Now I have, I think, 213 subscribers. Yay! I'm just happy. Yeah, I hope I can reach 1,000 subscribers and I can do more a lot. And please help me if you have questions or suggestions, recommendations for me, for a topic for me to, discuss. Please help me, because my mind is not that programmed well. I mean, I don't have a lot of things to discuss sometimes anymore. Maybe. So I need your help, guys. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. See you again next time.